Investigators are trying to determine what started a house fire that sent several people to the hospital this morning in Sioux City. KTIV's Taylor Deckert joins us now live from the scene at 1500 23rd Street. Still active at this moment with crews on the scene. Taylor, what is the very latest you can tell us?
Hey, Al, yes, crews are kind of off behind me where they're taking a break in the shade, but it was a resident from this house right here that called 911 at 5:18, and what we do know is that there were 7 people in the home at the time of the fire. When crews showed up, there was a visible fire in the front porch area. They made entry through one of the windows off the street. It was just due to the large amount of fire. There were 3 people taken to the hospital, and we do not have a status on their condition. Sadly, 2 dogs died in the fire along with a rooster. The fire was so big when they were getting everyone out, they used all possible exits. One person was rescued by a firefighter, taken out through a window to get to safety. One firefighter overexerted and ended up getting transported to the hospital.
You're looking anywhere from 400 to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on where it's at. So it'll push you down to the ground real fast. I mean, we have protective clothing, but it doesn't protect us from all that heat. When it's hot like this, our rehab policy, you have a bottle and you're out. You go to rehab, get cooled off, get hydrated.
In total, 3 different crews have rotated in and out so far to make sure this property is taken care of correctly and that firefighters get a break from the heat. And as for the cause of the fire, when I spoke with Nelson, he says that it looks like it started on this front porch here on this side of the property, but they are still going to further investigate that cause, and they were not sure at the time if there were any fire alarms inside the home. Al?
All right, KTIV's Taylor Deckert live in Sioux City. Thank you, Taylor.